Look, Natalie, my geraniums are blooming. Winter's coming. Hi, Doris. Is this our first buddy read? I think we've spent a lot of time talking about reading books together and we haven't actually done one together yet. Could I be wrong? Have I forgotten one? I hope not. Well, it's Saturday afternoon here, so I have spent the morning with my boys, which has been a really lovely morning, and I bought a plant for myself, which was really nice. I'll have to show it to you. And now I'm going to settle down and we're going to have a cozy afternoon by the fire. It's really windy and cold out. So I'm going to read the first 50 or so pages of this one. I have a confession that I haven't spoken to you about yet. I don't like war books, anything set around a war. World War II, World War One, not a fan. I think it's just been done to death. So I'm going to carry all of that negativity into this book with you. So I hope you can pull me out of it, and if I start to get a bit negative around war-y stuff, you can sort of perspective slap me and make me step aside, put my rubbish aside. I picked this book up not knowing what it was about. I just picked it up because it's shortlisted for Walter Scott Prize, and you think I would learn by now because my prize reading hasn't been that fantastic lately. But anyway, I'm really interested to find out what on earth this is about. I hope that woman is strong and independent and inspires me. That's what I need. Okay, I'm going to cozy up by the fire. I'm on the ground, but it's so toasty here, and get reading. On the floor. Apparently my children can't put them back on that rack right there. But anyway, look at my plant. Isn't it beautiful? It's called a peace lily. A little happy Mother's Day to me present. Okay, I'm gonna read.
I was almost jealous of you being cozy by the fire, but this morning I am not because it's chilly here and I have to find something warm to wear, and I want to wear t-shirts. What do you think, Boo? What should I wear today? You have no opinion? Alright, I figured out I can compromise with a summer top and a cardigan, but should I wear white or blue? Decisions.
Book coming, babe.
Pretty good.
What do you think, TT? You cozy? It's cold today, isn't it? Okay, let's get started. Yet such things happen. Lives are thus ruined, thus tainted and darkened and irrevocably spoilt. Wrong turnings are taken and persisted in, and those who make one mistake wreck all the rest. Deep thoughts, Boo. Deep thoughts here. Natalie, hello. Thanks for all of your perseverance with the video problems yesterday. For those of you hanging out with us, Google Drive wasn't working, but Natalie persevered and Dropbox to the rescue. So hooray. We are here for our first official buddy read together. We attempted one, Natalie, actually. It was a group buddy read, though, for Aussie April. The, was it Wonder? It wasn't Wonder Years. That's the TV show. Year of Wonders, I think. But you got sick, so you're all better now. So we're going to get this one done with After the Party. Yeah, I will definitely keep that in mind, that you are not a war story lover. I actually am. I do like war stories, but this one, so we'll make a good team. But this one is actually interwar years, so I think some talk of the last war, World War I, and then impending doom with World War II coming. And I picked it up for like two reasons. One, the Walter Scott, because I have never followed the Walter Scott and thought it would be interesting this year because Mel talks about it a lot. Mel from Mel's Bookland Adventures. But also Mel has the Reading Through the Ages prompt this year with Eve's Alexandria, the two of them. And Intro Warriors is one of the prompts. So I'm like working that angle, double dipping with the Walter Scott Prize. I looked through the long list, and found the ones that matched Mel's prompt. So this is perfect for that. I love your copy with the gold foiling. That is so cool. Anyway, we're just like on the same wavelength. I mean, not just with this chilly weather, but the plant thing. I am totally planning on going to Lowe's, which is one of our big gardening centers here in the States, and getting myself some new plants. So that's happy Mother's Day to me. Gabriel and I have been chilling this morning, and I'm gonna go see a chick flick with one of my girlfriends this afternoon, and then buy some plants. And I have a little rule that I break all the time, in that I'm supposed to plant what I have before I get new. So I think that's going to be Gabriel's gift to me, is he's going to plant what I still have. He doesn't know that yet. I'm going to go inform him. We'll catch that on camera. Anyway, yeah, so those are my plans, and also reading. Yay!
Huge start. An Iris Murdoch quote, and then when I came out of prison, my hair was white. I think it was a shock for them all, but for the children especially. Phyllis in 1979 is getting out of prison. Okay, a couple of things. Nice start. I'm intrigued. I want to know what Phyllis did. But also I worry about books that start with telling you the ending and then fill in all the missing blanks, because it has to be really cleverly done. So we're going to see how clever Cressida Connolly is. Well, I read the first part, and then I just need to tend to my fire because it's not working. I need more wood. It's really windy. I think I've done it. Yep, that's lunch. I can't multitask, clearly. Right, the kids are fed. The fire's going. Oh, there's one of them there. The fire's sorted, and now I'm going to get back to reading. Just wanted to point out, we've jumped ahead to Sussex in June 1938. And I just wanted to point out that her husband's an arse. Well and truly. And that's in the opening paragraph. Not a spoiler there, I don't think. So now we're going to go back in time and find out why she's in jail and what terrible things she did. I hope it's worth the read. I hope I don't pick it. I hope it's not about war. Oh, I think I need a little more positivity towards this book. Okay, reading time now. She's just arrived at her sister's house, and she's describing the grounds around the house. And she said, with shallow steps down to a stone pond at the far end, where a deep ha-ha, H-A-HA, gave onto an orchard. What the hell's a ha-ha? I can't, it's one of those things again where I've got to look that up before I can move on. Hang on, I'll let you know in a sec. Right, it's a sunken fence. So it's put in a trench in the ground where it doesn't affect the view of the landscape, but it marks the edge of the property. It's of French origin, apparently. There you go. I'll read on now. I can move on. Right, I'm on page 10. And there's just, Doris, I just have to chat to you about stuff as I go. The sisters haven't seen each other for a long time. Phyllis has just arrived with her family from South America back to London, and they're just staying with Patricia for a while. So they finally get time to themselves. They haven't seen each other for years. They finally get time to themselves, and guess what they discuss? Their sex lives. Yeah, I'm serious. So Patricia asks Phyllis if her husband Hugh is still very demanding, and then explains how her husband has to be coaxed into it. And it's such a shame. I know. I certainly don't speak to my sister about her sex life. Anyway, each to their own. But I'm making a prediction, Doris, and I don't know if this is going to come true, but if it does, I'm DNFing immediately. I'm predicting that the sister, Patricia, has or will have an affair with Phyllis's husband, Hugh. I'm getting the vibe. That's what I'm thinking. I could be so off the mark. But the sex thing came up straight away, and then they're talking about how handsome Hugh is and how clever he is. And that's all coming from the sister. It's just a thought. You never know.
What the hell's a ha-ha? You are cracking me up. Oh my goodness. And I hope the boys helped you clean up the tater tot disaster. Do you guys call them tater tots? Anyway, yeah, I thought I would check in with your video because I was at 22 and I thought, well, maybe some things are happening. I'm only on page 10 of your video and I had to stop because your thoughts are going a mile a minute. Oh, it's awesome. Anyway, Hugh, bless. I hope that he's just having an asshole moment and is not a full-blown asshole. Time will tell with that, I guess. And ooh, I hadn't even thought of a potential affair. Maybe, I don't know. I did pick up on tension between the two sisters who've been living in the UK. So Nina has been off in like Argentina and Belgium, and they're just coming back. And these other two sisters, Patricia and Nina, okay, and all of you authors out there, give your characters different alphabets, you know. Why do I have to remember two P words, Patricia and Phyllis? They're all mixed up in my mind. But yeah, the, who is it? Phyllis goes to visit Nina, and Nina wants her to gossip about Patricia's husband and daughter and, you know, talk smack about him. And then she goes back home or to Patricia's house where she's staying. And Patricia's like, oh, what did you think of Nina's house? It's a little bit, you know. So yeah, that was pretty funny. But I detected some like not funny vibes going on because they're not wanting to interact with each other. Nina's like becoming the go-between between them. So yeah, and I totally agree about books that start telling you how it's going to end. And I was trying to think, there's one that I'd read recently that really did that well. And it was the one I already mentioned. So Geraldine Brooks' Ear of Wonders. This one, I think it worked well in this book because so many really, really bad things happened that it was kind of nice to know so that you didn't get all tied up in the characters because you knew they weren't going to last. But this one, hopefully, it'll have a twist where that makes sense. And this one also, several bits of the end, a good portion of it took place after what they told you in the beginning. So, yeah, maybe this will work out well. But, yeah, let me get back to your video and chat some more. Oh, the camp, though. This camp that they're all going to, did that not remind you of Dirty Dancing? Did you watch that as a teen? All those family camp scenes were just right there playing back in my mind as I was reading this book.
I fell asleep. I'm up to page 29. I'm gonna read it. I have to put on dinner. And then I'll come back to reading. Oh, it was a lovely little nap. I tell you what, I can pick romance. I can pick sexual tension from a mile away. Not having an affair or anything, I wouldn't do a spoiler like that, but there's some history there between the sister and Phyllis's husband. I knew it! If there was ever any sexual tension or romantic shenanigans going on between two people who were trying to hide it, I'm the one who can sniff it out. I love that sort of stuff. It's very juicy. Anyway, I'm sure that's all beside the point. Let's hope it isn't. It's not a huge spoiler. Sorry if it is. I'm 8 pages out from getting to where I need to be for the day, Doris. But my little man would like to play a game of cards with me. So I can't say no to that. I'll get back to you soon with my thoughts on the first 50 or so pages. Hi Doris, I've got to page 53, so that's at the end of chapter 4. So I thought I'd check in now after having read a little chunk. Okay, so I'm really interested. I feel like I'm being set up for something. I don't know what this movement is. I'm pretty sure the camps are something a little more than just fun camps on school holidays. I feel like all of these characters and their temperaments and, yeah, all of these people that we're being introduced to are going to come together in some sort of crescendo, some sort of climax, some sort of the terrible thing that landed Phyllis in jail. So I'm really interested in what's going to happen. I don't know much about this time in history or what this movement is, whether it's communism or some sort of fascist movement, I don't know. But I don't think it doesn't sound very good. Anyway, I'm intrigued. Phyllis just seems so blind right now. It doesn't seem like she knows what's going on around her. So I'm wondering how it is that she ended up in jail if she's not deep into it already. Her husband is obviously getting on board, so yeah, that's intriguing me too. Anyway, it's been a delightful first 53 pages, and yeah, I can't wait to hear your thoughts, and I'll chat to you after the next 50 or so pages. Bye, Doris.
All right, so I'm off to the movies. I just want to check in really quickly. I haven't gotten much farther, like page 30, I think. But that pig scene, oh my goodness. Men behaving badly with beer. And I'm thinking it's kind of an omen as to what might come in the rest of the book. The big thing that she goes to prison for. Movie. It's gonna be so cute.
Goodness, Natalie, you were so right about Hugh and Patricia. Oopsie. And while I'm sitting here, I gotta say I really appreciate the construction of this book. It's got a little, I don't know if there's a, what you doing, boo? It's got a little gutter down the side, so the flap opens without breaking the spine. Clever. There's that word comrades. I think you might be onto something, Natalie.
You guys, my movie was so good. We've already decided that it was a long shot. We've already decided that when it comes out on DVD, we're going to rent it and watch it again. Oh, really good. What are you doing, guy? Anyway, yeah, I'm enjoying this as well. Little political undercurrents going on with my movie and with my book. Ended up with a bit of nationalism referred to. It's just really funny how stuff like that keeps cycling back around in history. I think we're seeing some of it on the world stage as we speak. Anyway, I like the writing style in here. It's subtle. So I thought I would end out today's little clip with some reading from it.
Here's a passage early on that I really loved. Outside in the velvety darkness all around lay England, in the still air and in meadows and marshes and country towns, in smooth rivers and deep woods, at the edges of pastures where cattle dozed. Near to them now in the sleeping house was the sea, quietly lapping in sheltered inlets where little boats bobbed on the black waters, safe in the shallow harbors of home. Home. Even thinking the word made her chest catch with a little jolt of happiness. Really pretty.